AKA, are the Lakers going to win the championship?
I don't know, and I don't think so.
I don't think so either, man. I think everyone's making this Steve Nash trade a big deal for no reason.
I think they're making it a much bigger deal than it really is, that's for sure.
I agree. He's 38 years old. Granted, yes, you're going to be better, at least regular season-wise, but can he match up against Russell Westbrook in the Western Conference Finals, fourth quarter with a minute left in a game? I don't think so.
I'll take him if he's taking the shot. I'm cool with that. I don't mind that. But then again, are you going to take it away from Kobe? Probably not. Are you going to take it, are you going to not feed it down the post into Bynum or Gasol? Probably not.
Probably not. Well, it's either going to be Bynum or Howard, depending on what Orlando does with Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I don't know how this affects the Dwight Howard thing. The Lakers pretty much sacrificed all their draft picks. So when it comes down to that, you're sort of sitting there like, well, now you don't really have much to offer Orlando unless it's Bynum. But I don't think Orlando is going to be willing to do Bynum and Howard straight up. I think Orlando is going to want more than that.
They're definitely going to want draft picks and whatnot, too. That's why I think the Nets are in the driver's seat right now for Howard. They're giving him 3 first-round picks and 2 quality players. It's not like they're 2 scrubs. They can at least get rebounds, and Brook Lopez is pretty good offensively.
He's got a lot. Brook Lopez has a big ceiling. He has a lot of potential to turn into something very special. Chris Humphries, I think most of us know what he is. He's a rebounder and occasional scorer, decent on defense. So, I mean, when we're still talking the Nets, I think the Nets are still got to be the front runners for it, not to mention the fact that Howard has said it, I don't know, for almost a year now that's where he wants to play. He wants to be on the Nets. He wants to play for Brooklyn. That's the only team he'll sign an extension with, blah, 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 blah. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're out there, we'd love for you to call in and voice your opinion. 201-430-2119.
Hey, what up, Pixel Junkie? Welcome to the chat room.
Yeah, I'm sure Pixel's got an opinion on this Steve Nash trade. To me, it's funny, though, because we had a bunch of arguments yesterday about how valuable Nash is. I was surrounded by a whole bunch of Knicks fans yesterday.
Well, you were surrounded by a bunch of drunk Knicks fans. There's a difference. They were being a little more unreasonable.
Well, I understood the argument of, look, I sat there and said, I don't see, if Nash was on the Knicks, I don't see him making a big enough difference if they had to play like a Miami. AKA, Mario Chalmers, in my opinion, would wear Steve Nash down.
Yeah, we had this big debate yesterday about that. That is a great call. Way to bring it up on the show.
And I firmly believe it. I really think that what I saw Mario Chalmers against Russell Westbrook in the NBA Finals, he probably could do even better against Steve Nash if they met in the NBA Finals. Now the Lakers have one of the oldest backcourts in the NBA.
Yep.
When every other team in the NBA is trying to get younger.
This trade really didn't make too much sense for me. Like, I understand the Lakers, year in and year out, they try to win a championship, but I don't think Nash puts them at a championship level. I think it improves them and might maybe get them to be a second or a third seed again in the NBA playoffs, but I don't see them as a championship team. Does Steve Nash add that puzzle piece to beat the Heat? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't see the Lakers beating the Heat even with Steve Nash. I don't even see them getting out of the Western Conference even with Steve Nash.
Yeah, I don't see how people sit here and... Because I know a lot of people are out there saying to themselves, oh, man, watch out for the Lakers now. The Lakers are going to, do this and do that, and they can make a real run for it and all that. And I don't see how people think that way right now because of the simple fact of the matter. They dumped Derek Fisher because of his age and his lack of ability to play good defense.
Right, and doesn't that Lamar Odom trade just look stupid now? Because you traded Lamar Odom for age just to get a trade exception, and who do you trade for with that trade exception? You get an older Steve Nash. That trade just made no sense.
Yeah, I can't say that I mean, like, let's be honest here. I can't fathom how people can sit here and look at the trade and be like, oh my God, what a great move by the LA Lakers. They sacrificed 2 first-round draft picks.
And 2 second-round picks.
And 2 second-round picks. Now, I mean, there's only 2 rounds in the NBA draft. So AKA over the next 4, right? Oh, I got the
What's
breakdown
up?
here.
You like the AKA today?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You like the AKA?
I'm feeling AKAs.
You're AK-47 today, all right?
The Suns are getting first rounders in 2013 and 2015 and second rounders in 2013 and 2014. So that means in 2013, the Lakers don't get a draft pick at all. They get a first rounder in 2014, and then all they have is a second rounder in 2015. AKA, they get 2 draft picks over the next 3 years on a team where outside of Andrew Bynum, every starter you have is 30 plus. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
It's sports. The idea is to get younger and have veteran leadership. It's not let's get older and hope that we can find a young guy or two in the rough that's going to turn into a starter for us. I don't know, how anybody else out there is feeling about it. Like we said, you can call in 201-430-2119. You can also hop into the chat room on clubzone.fm. Voice your opinion in the chat room as well. Shout out to 11 people already at 10:15.
Damn, bro. And it's the day after 4th of July. I was expecting like 5 heads in the chat room, to be honest.
Boom. We got a big note from Pixel Junkie. Let's see what...
I'll read it.
All right. Joey's going to read it and then throw in what Pixel has to say. I love it. So, I mean, it's a big trade. Nash is 5th all-time on the assist list. And believe it or not, Steve Nash actually had the ability to approve or deny signing trades. And to me, it's one of those things where you got to say to yourself, Steve Nash won this because of blank. Why did Steve Nash want to go to the Lakers?
Because give him props. Every year, the Lakers are at least try to win a championship. Correct? They at least contend and they make it to the playoffs. The Suns aren't trying to do that. The Suns are in rebuilding mode.